are these people?
The big win in the open letter, which I definitely remember the open letter. The day after the historic JFK8 vote, where ALU members elected to form a union to negotiate with Amazon, INN members Reef Breland and Collin Radix-Carter did a segment on the April 10th edition of INN News called An Open Letter to Chris Smalls. They warned about all the attempts that the establishment and the media would make to neuter and defang this win, to pat him on the head, co-opt it, and then direct it towards infighting. The goal of the powerful with big stakes, with big stake to lose by workers organizing, is eventually to channel that energy right back into the Democratic Party. That's where organized labor has traditionally put their political support, even if it's not necessarily representative of the workers' political ideologies. And I this open letter right here, which, you know, you can go back on this channel and watch if you want to. I won't force you to listen to it now. But we essentially,
you can actually watch it right in the Substack. Actually,
Yep.
part of the beauty of Substack is that all the videos are embedded, so you can just watch them right there. Yeah, we don't need to watch it now, but the point is, you can watch what they were saying, and Rob Durden was there that night, making a plea. We saw what was happening at that point. Well, we were worried about what might happen at that point, and we warned against it. And I'll give Reef credit on that
this
one.
lady and stuff like that. Well, I think we had all kind of watched it, and we're close enough to, we still feel this scar, like, to some degree. So, that's kind of fresh in our minds a little bit, the way this operated. So when we see parallels, we start to get antsy, and, we started to say stuff, which we wanted to take him for the benefit of the doubt, which we still kind of do, but at some point, ignorance only goes so far. So,
all right, you got to unpause that. Colin's asleep. Come on, man. Don't do Collin like that.
Bro, I have Blue Steel ready. It's saved. I've got Colin's Blue Steel just perfect. So the biggest red flag is the veneer of activity, but the lack of visible substance for the ALU since the win. Very aligned with the Democratic Party in that vein. We also put an open invite at that point for Chris or anyone from the ALU to come on as often as possible to talk about what's happening and how we could help support the organizing workers. Other independent networks and channels did as well. This is one of the first things that I found. Friend of the show, Franco, had a stream after Chris Smalls went to the White House, right, and went to Congress specifically and spoke about the PRO Act, right. So in alignment with Teamsters and established unions and AFL-CIO, which is part of this little segment. Right. So are you aware that the PRO Act, which is the Protect the Right to Organize Act, would effectively eliminate the ALU? Which that question right at the start of this paragraph, you're like, huh? What? It does what?
Yep.
Especially after knowing that he went and pushed for this. It would consolidate all the Amazon unions under the AFL-CIO, the American Federation of Labor, and Congress of Industrialized Organizations. Our friend Shadow Band Refugee, who you'll see in this video, appeared to the YouTube channel Frank Analysis to give his breakdown of the proposed but failed PRO Act that Chris openly lobbied Congress to pass. Did you timestamp this one by chance?
I don't think I did. I don't think you can timestamp.
So I want to tie this next topic in.
But yeah, people should definitely go look up.
It's about 2 or 3 minutes in where he starts talking about exactly why. But there's a quote underneath where we break down exactly what he says.
Perfect. So
from the transcript.
Now, why someone who started the Amazon labor union would be jumping on board with this bill in particular. With this particular bill boggles the mind, because it is specifically written into this bill that has to be a certified union. That is the code for it must be affiliated with the AFL-CIO, meaning the Amazon labor union will be stricken. It will no longer exist. Not only would it have kept the ALU from being made if it was enacted, it would get rid of it now. And it would all get swallowed up by the AFL-CIO, essentially. Right? So the organization to replace it will most likely be the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, which is AFL-CIO, or at least they're connected to it, right? So the intent of the PRO Act.
Well, wait, before you go before. Okay, so our friend from Amazon ALU Kentucky, Matt, he actually had said that he corrected me earlier, and he said that the Teamsters is former AFL-CIO. They left the AFL a long time ago and then created what they call the Strategic Organizing Center. A lot of people don't know that. Not saying that we're not trying to spread fake news. That's not what we're doing at all. It's a nuanced topic. They are still aligned, and they between them they are organized labor.
At the AFL-CIO that are in positions of power, have been for a long time. Like, it's just with a power structure like that, a lot of the Teamsters still involved over there. So, or ex-Teamsters.
They were banned. Right. They were banned for a while, and then they've been back in the AFL-CIO since 1987. So.
But feel free to look up all the people involved and connected with the AFL-CIO and what it does specifically to like neuter, like labor unions specifically. But the intent of the to get back to Shadowbane's point of the PRO Act, the act is to centralize labor power into the hands of the bought and paid for AFL-CIO. And put the state in control of your contract negotiations. Shadowbane is a union guy. He's an IBEW, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. So he has some skin in the game here, right? A partisan union that has traditionally been aligned with Democrats, further politicizing the union and potentially alienating Republicans and nonpartisan workers. The Teamsters are taking on Amazon, was published in June 2021 by the American Prospect, right? And this was, if I can click that out real quick. This right here, right?
They were creating an Amazon division for the truckers, specifically the Amazon truck drivers.
Yep. So lo and behold,
they weren't even focused on the warehouses.
Launch new Amazon division was a press release issued by IBT, the Brotherhood of Teamsters, on September 6th of 2022, right? And this is their new Amazon division.
So it took 14 months, 16 months of organizing and putting this together, and now all of a sudden with corporate backing, not corporate, but with mega union backing funding that has the similar structure of a corporation.
I was just grabbing the link to put in chat there for people if they want to click all these things and dive deep. So
took 15 months. So